Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Hey, I've made absolutely no secret of my desire to have Vivek Ramaswamy on the ticket with Donald Trump. I think that would be a absolutely kick ticket. I know Vivek really, really well, but there's also another name that keeps percolating up in the VP Veep stakes that has really turned into a real life version of The Apprentice that we are watching right now. And that person is also quite young, quite dynamic, and roundly feared by the Democrat Party, even though that person is in fact a Democrat. And that person's name is Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is someone who has active campaigns against her being VP by the left. This from Media Matters. Fox News continues campaigning for Fox News' Tulsi Gabbard for Trump's VP. In fact, Tulsi Gabbard Donald Trump was asked live on Fox what he thought of Tulsi Gabbard.
Byron Donalds, and a big presence here for Tulsi Gabbard. Very interesting.
Listen to that. Listen to the crowd cheer.
And Kristi Noem as well, I should say. Right. Are they all on your short list? And when can we expect that you will announce your choice?
Trump said they are. Here we go. Tulsi Gabbard could be Trump's unusual pick for VP. What do you think of this? It's quite interesting. Tulsi Gabbard is hosting fundraisers at Mar-a-Lago. Pretty rare for a Democrat member of Congress, somebody who ran against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, somebody who bodied Kamala Harris and should have, in a just world, ended her career on the debate stage during the DNC debates in 2020, which, of course, we all know were rigged, ladies and gentlemen, against people like Tulsi. Boy, she never got a chance to speak again after ending Kamala, but she gets a chance to speak on Tucker's show. Tucker Carlson was somebody who was feted as one of the potential VP picks for Trump, although people and the Trump camp has sort of backed away from Tucker and backed away from Vivek. Now, people tell us inside of Trump's orbit that, this is Trump time. Trump makes decisions based on the energy of the moment, and that there is no decision that's been made yet, and nobody has been ruled out. So Tucker Carlson, a potential VP pick for Donald Trump, talking to another potential VP pick for Donald Trump. Don't you love it how that works? Saying in his copy of his interview, Tulsi Gabbard could be the next vice president. Oh my, that seems like quite an endorsement. Here's what she believes. Now, of course, we thought it would be really quite apropos to go through this interview and to ask the question, would you be Donald Trump's VP? Has anybody even asked her that question? To our knowledge, this is the first time that Tulsi has answered. So would Tulsi Gabbard be Trump's VP? Quite a fascinating answer. Let's go.
So you've been in a lot of different news stories talked about as a potential VP choice for Trump. I have no idea if that's going to happen or not. Probably unknowable. Are you open to that? If you don't do that, what else are you open to? What's your plan?
I would be honored. I'd be honored to serve our country in that way or in other ways, and to be in a position to help President Trump if he is reelected, to actually address these challenges, to help execute those policies that will bring back a secure border, that will breathe new life into our economy and start to get this radical inflation out of control. Which on that note, I was in a conversation the other day with two different groups of people. One was with a very, very wealthy couple. And they were saying, well, gosh, and they're not fans of President Biden either, but the economy is not actually that bad. The stock market's doing all right. And, it's not really as bad as a lot of people are saying it is. And then the next conversation was with people who are not part of that wealthy class, who were talking about, a loaf of bread is 3 times more expensive today than it was 6 months ago or a year ago. Basic necessities, electricity, food, medicine, all of the things that people need just to live and to try to live in a healthy way are far more expensive, but they're not making a whole lot more. The dollar is going, not going nearly as far as it needs to in order to be able to afford this inflation. And so I just mentioned that because this disconnect still continues between the elite in Washington and the reality that they live in versus the reality that the rest of us live in this country. And President Trump recognizes that. I'd love to be in a position to help secure our country and to get us off this path towards World War III and nuclear war that the Democrat elite and President Biden's policies have us on right now.
So this is Tulsi Gabbard saying, I would not only serve as Trump's VP, I'd be honored to serve with Donald Trump. I'd be honored to serve Donald Trump in his administration. I mean, that's one hell of an answer there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if Tulsi Gabbard was chosen as the vice presidential pick for Donald Trump, she would be facing Kamala Harris. Odds are, right? Unless, of course, something horrible happens to the Democrat ticket, she'd be facing Kamala Harris in the 2024 vice presidential debates. And there's typically one vice presidential debate. And, well, didn't go great for Kamala last time, but hot damn. Imagine if we got round 2 of this.
Conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
So while I don't agree with all of those policies, I mean, Tulsi Gabbard is of the left, I guess you could say. Well, I don't agree with all of those policies, like cash bail is really, really good. I do agree with calling out Kamala Harris on her blatant and wicked hypocrisy. And Kamala Harris was a evil, like truly diabolical, vicious attorney general for the state of California. And in my opinion, committed crimes, quite literally, in her role there. So I would love to see that. I would love to see that rematch. Oh, man. That clip, stay spicy, baby. Kamala Harris Kamala Harris's potential opponent, Tulsi Gabbard, was asked on Tucker's interview if she regrets leaving the Democrat Party. You know, what she considers herself politically right now. I thought this was quite an informing answer, considering the fact that apparently Trump is seriously considering her for the VP role.
So you still, though, are in the party. When did it become clear, like, I can't represent this party anymore?
It was in the fall of 2022. There were a lot of critical midterm elections happening that year, increasingly over time. And it wasn't one specific thing that caused me to make this decision, but it was increasingly over time. A couple of things. Obviously, the radical change that the Democratic Party leadership went through in really truly become a woke warmongering party of the elite. But also it was a recognition that I had done all I could to try to change the party from within. I tried as vice chair of the DNC. I tried as a candidate running for president in 2020 in the Democratic primary. And the things that I was talking about bringing the party back to its roots, bringing the party back to being the party of the people and the party of freedom, the party of peace and security, it not only fell on deaf ears, I was booed by, the party elite for having the audacity to push for these sorts of things.
This is a very restrained version of what I saw. They didn't just boo you. Yeah. They accused you of being an agent for a foreign power and a disloyal American and an evil person.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that.
It's true. It's such a crazy crazy accusation to make, obviously completely baseless. And the media never asked Hillary Clinton for evidence of this traitorous, treasonous act that she's accusing me of as a sitting member of Congress and as a soldier wearing our country's uniform.
So, full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, I know Tulsi. I like Tulsi. We're not the closest of friends, but we've like had dinners before and like chatted at certain events we were both speaking at, right? Big time fan, actually, of Tulsi. And she seems to be somebody who clearly is, I think, quite literally in the middle on a lot of issues, but comes down on the common sense side pretty strictly. She's also a member of the military and a proud patriot, and somebody who called out the wokeness, the hypocrisy, and the screaming embarrassment of the Democrat Party fraudulent leaders right now. And so I think there's a lot more that we have in common than we have differences. And it'd be really neat to see Tulsi Gabbard potentially serve in a Trump administration. Maybe it'll be the Trump administration's vice president. Maybe it'll be a cabinet secretary position, secretary of defense. You know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows? It'd be quite interesting. And we've got, again, she's just an honest and earnest person. And we need more of that in politics. Also a brave person. Standing up to the Clintons, standing up to the Democrat Party. Dude, standing up to Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. Like, you're a brave person, okay? You're just like, you're sound. For more soundness, for more bravery, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It's your boy Benny. See ya.